Pop quiz. In Antigone, who refuses to obey the king's law because of a higher duty? Antigone, Creon, or Ismene? Lock in your answer. We'll come back to it after the central conflict is clear. In this video, you will learn the basic plot of Antigone, meet the key characters, and understand the central conflict that drives the tragedy. The story begins after a civil war in Thebes. Antigone's brothers, Eteocles and Polynices, fought on opposite sides. After the war, Creon becomes king. He honors Eteocles with burial, but forbids burial for Polynices. That decision creates the central conflict: civic law versus sacred duty. Antigone believes Polynices must be buried because burial is a sacred duty owed to the dead. Ismene is afraid to resist the king's command. This sets up two responses to power: Antigone's defiance and Ismene's caution. Here is the key example. Antigone secretly covers her brother's body with earth to perform a burial ritual. The act may look small, but it carries major meaning. She chooses sacred duty and family loyalty over the king's command. A common mistake is to see Antigone as simply rebellious, but that misses the point. She believes she is obeying a higher duty, so her defiance is based on conviction, not chaos. So far, we have covered the central conflict, Antigone's choice, and why that choice matters. The tragedy is driven by two people who both believe they are doing what is right. Want to turn those milestones into mastery? Tap the link to access the practice test, flashcards, and study guide. Then jump right back into the video. Lock in what you learned and keep going. Back to the pop quiz. The best answer is Antigone, because she refuses to obey Creon's law when it conflicts with the sacred duty. But Creon also refuses to change his command. That is what turns the conflict into a tragedy. Next, the play deepens the conflict through Creon's stubbornness. Haemon, Creon's son and Antigone's fiancé, warns that the people sympathize with Antigone, but Creon refuses to listen. He treats disagreement as weakness. The play also uses symbols to sharpen its themes. Burial represents sacred duty and respect for the dead. Birds suggest disorder and warning. The tomb becomes a cruel irony. Creon leaves the dead unburied, but imprisons the living. The second major example comes from Tiresias, the blind prophet. He warns Creon that the gods reject the city because of Creon's actions. This shows that pride is not strength. In the play, stubborn pride becomes dangerous, blinding, and destructive. Another common error is to flatten Creon into a simple villain. He does care about order and stability. His tragedy is that he values control so much that he cannot recognize when justice, mercy, and humility should come first. Here is a simple way to read the play. First, identify the conflict between civic law and sacred duty. Next, track how Antigone and Creon respond to it. Then connect symbols, like burial and the tomb, to the larger themes. Finally, ask who gains wisdom, and when that wisdom arrives. To recap, Antigone is a tragedy about a clash between civic law and sacred duty. Antigone acts from conviction, while Creon refuses to yield. Their opposing choices lead to devastating consequences. Now that you've watched the video, let's see how much you remember. Head to the link in the description, where you'll find Quizlet content made just for you.